And welcome back. We are talking to Rebuilding Together Nashville. Ed Henley is the board president of the organization, and Caitlin Dastug is the executive director. And before we left, we were kind of talking about the fact that, you know, it's important that people look around their home. Those floors are creaking, if it feels cold in one place versus another, those are signs that people should consider there may be something going on.
Absolutely.
Any other things that folks should do, just, you know, if they think they need your services, what would trigger a call or an application?
Sure. So if you actually go on our website, we will have up very soon kind of a homeowner resource guide. And within that guide are certain checklists that you should look for every season, every year, and things you can do.
We've got that website up there too. I just want to make sure people see that. Yep.
But things you can do every year to make sure those problems don't become larger problems down the road where you may need to call us and need our services. And some of those things are like cleaning out your gutters twice a year. And we recognize that homeowners may not all be able to do that. There may have been a spouse in your life that used to take care of that for you. But one of the things we recommend is look in your network. Who at your church or who in your family, maybe it's a nephew or a neighbor that can kind of help you with those repair needs and maintenance needs as they come up throughout the year.
I guess I'm thinking also, so when you do the work that you do, when you're helping families out there, what seems to be the prominent home need problem or the prominent home issue? Is it roofing issues? Is it, you know, that things have just sort of declined and dilapidated on the foundation? I don't know how to kind of bucket those kind of top topics or top problems, but
we see a lot of roofing issues, water infiltration through the roof, so repairs that are needed. We do a lot of work with HVAC systems. Maybe it's just a tune-up is needed, but when we see a lot of homeowners have very high utility bills, and when we see that, you know, there are certain things you can do around your house to increase the energy efficiency of your home to put some of that money back in the pocket of the family who lives there. So we come in and we have a whole energy suite of tasks that we do around the home. It's weatherizing windows, doors, installing energy efficiency light bulbs, and that really kind of drives down the cost of some of those energy bills. So we see a lot of that, and then some of the more system related issues.
And through the years, I'm sure you've seen the change in our city. And now, whether we like it or not, Nashville is growing and changing, the face of it changing in some very beautiful ways for a lot of folks as they are tearing down old dilapidated homes and rebuilding these beautiful structures. But some of those older homes still exist. So what are you seeing in regards to sort of the changing face of Nashville and what's happening especially to some of those older homes?
Yes. So one of the things I think, you know, we all can agree on is there really is an affordable housing issue in Nashville right now. Whether you are looking for housing as a renter, or you're looking to purchase your home, or for the work we do, preserve the home that you already have that has been affordable to you and your family for a long time, and maybe you wish to pass it down to future family members. And what can you do to preserve that asset in your family as your community and your neighborhood's changing around you? They're seeing a lot of new faces, new neighbors, and still feeling connected to this neighborhood. And many of our clients are seniors. So as they continue to age, and their desire is to age in place. So really the work we do is to make sure that these homes can continue to be affordable homes for families who wish to stay.
Right.
Yeah.
And
well, just really quick to jump in here. You talked about the change. I heard an interesting comment at what meeting I was at recently, and that there are more homes that are listed that are over $1 million than are under $250,000 currently in the greater Nashville area.
Interesting.
And so when I think about that, and we talk about aging in place and preserving affordable housing, because affordable housing creation is also an area of need, but preserving affordable housing, a lot of people may feel pressured that because of the state of their home, what's happening around them, they should sell their home, but they're oftentimes looking for that next home, and it's very difficult to find something, one, suitable, definitely in and around your community, if your community is changing as we're talking about.
Yes.
And so you're kind of battling not only with the fact of, do I even want to leave my home, but also, do I even want to leave my larger or greater community, just because the entire area has seen a growth in the price of housing. And that's one thing I think makes me a little bit more excited about the work we do, because now there's someone who you may be stopping a snowball effect of continuing to chase and pursue housing that is not necessarily just affordable for them, but truly in a place they want to live. The other thing about housing, the most affordable house is the one that's already standing, right? So being able to preserve,
that's a great point.
being able to preserve that home is the most efficient way of maintaining and growing the capacity of affordable housing.
Right.
So I think that's just a huge part of our mission, is to communicate that and then gather support for that.
And speaking of support, so it takes not only your volunteers, but it takes some dollars, some would say, to do what you do. The supplies need to be purchased. How does that happen for an organization like yours?
So we partner with a variety of different corporate foundations, but also have had really great partnerships with the city as they have figured out that repairing and renovating homes is a piece of the affordable housing challenge. So we've received funding from the Barnes Fund for Affordable Housing, which was named after Reverend Bill Barnes, an affordable housing advocate in Nashville. But we rely a lot on individual donors. So individuals in our community who see the work we're doing as valuable, who want to be a part of it. And yeah, we fundraise kind of year-round through special events, but also just through our supporters who want to see us continue our work.
And do any of the families that you've helped in the past come back and help others?
They do. So we've been delighted to have families, either the homeowners themselves or family members, come out and volunteer or become supporters through the years, really wanting to see kind of the goodwill that's been extended to them passed on.
Right.
Absolutely.
If there were some kind of advice that you would give people, particularly let's think about new homeowners as they just start out, and maybe they don't necessarily fit in your world yet, right? Because they're just starting out, but you don't want them to get there. What would you tell them?
I would say to educate yourself about owning a home. Unfortunately, homes don't come with instruction manuals. Right. So if you're becoming a homeowner for the first time, getting familiar with all the systems that makes your home operate. Become savvy about what it takes to hire a good contractor, to know when you can do things yourself, and also try doing things yourself. Learning kind of how to do the typical home repair task.
I would agree.
You can Google a lot of stuff these days, but sometimes you can get yourself in trouble.
Exactly.
Very true.
But YouTube is a very powerful tool for learning how to do it yourself around your house.
Yep. I want to echo what Caitlin said, is the attempt to do things yourself. The DIY movement is definitely a thing, but what it does is it encourages you to become familiar with your home. Absolutely. As we were saying earlier, I think Caitlin referenced that checklist that we have coming out that'll kind of show you all of the areas of focus that you should place on just getting to know your home. But I think also study certain things, right? Play the what if game, worst case scenario game, because I think a lot of people may even understand that some of those systems go bad and you have to do certain things, but the cost of doing those things, I think the sticker shock. So just, you're a brand new homeowner, go and see what it would cost piece by piece for your home. What does it take to replace, you know, the water heater? My roof is good for 15 years. What does a 15-year expense look like for me? Like, what would that look like when it's time? Right. Especially to those homeowners who are moving to Nashville or relocating and saying, this is going to be my home for a while. You know, you need to start thinking about that day one. I mean, you know, you want to celebrate the new home and learn to love it, but there needs to be a savings plan, or at least an overall family savings plan, understanding that we have enough money there in case something like this could happen. Yeah. I think that's a big piece of it.
And I know you have a waiting list, and we've probably got about a minute left. Sure. But that shouldn't deter people from reaching out and getting an application if they need help.
Sure. And actually on our website we've put a lot of resources of not only other agencies that can help most immediately. I
don't want to scare anybody away because we know that they need the help.
Sure. And please give us a call and we can point you in the right direction, whether it's resources on how to get a contractor you trust or another agency that can help immediately.
Absolutely.
Great
But currently we are not accepting applications.
Not accepting applications. Okay. But other resources there. Okay. Gotcha. Well, Rebuilding Together Nashville, great conversation. Thank you for sharing. Great work, it sounds like, in the community as well. So keep that up as well. We appreciate you being here, Ed Hensley and Caitlin Dastug. And of course, you saw the website there on your screen. We'll make sure that we also connect you to that on our News Channel 5 Plus website, Urban Outlook. Just look that up and you'll have that information as well. And look for that resource guide, which would really be a great little seasonal list to have. Thank you both again for being here.
Thank you.
We appreciate you watching, and we'll see you again next time.